I'm going to be walking you through a warm-up today. It's going to be specifically tailored for people who don't have access to outside, who kind of need to do your warm-up in a small space. So the warm-up is basically made up of 4 parts. The first part is going to be your aerobic, just kind of getting your body moving, getting your blood flowing, and your heart rate up a little bit. So this is going to consist of either a 5-minute jog if you can go outside, a 5-minute bike on, a stationary bike if you have access to one. If you don't have access to either of those, you can do some skipping inside if you have a skipping rope, or just kind of moving around, trying to get your heart rate up. Basically, you should just feel warm by the end of the aerobic portion. So the second part of the warm-up is going to be your dynamic stretching. And that's going to be stretches that you'll hold for 2 to 3 seconds. So just quick little stretches, starting to wake up those muscles, stretch them out a little bit so that they're nice and warm. And then the third part is going to be agility and kind of re-warming up. So this is going to be working on your footwork, agility, and kind of your coordination, getting your heart rate up, getting yourself warm, and getting a little bit quicker movements, starting to incorporate into the warm-up. And then the final part of your warm-up is going to be program specific. So most of the videos I'm going to be posting are going to be imitation videos, some free body workouts, but today I'm going to walk you through something that I would do for a speed skating specific program, like imitations. But other kinds of workouts that you'll be doing, like sprints or running, things like that, you'll want to incorporate some movements to get your body ready for that kind of workout. So if you're doing sprints, do some accels, kind of progressing into it. You don't want to just go right into an all-out sprint, because that's how you're going to injure yourself. You want to kind of start a little slower and progress into it, so that your body is able to warm up to it and get used to those movements. Okay, so I'm not going to go through a 5-minute jog or a bike with you. I'm going to skip right into the dynamic stretching and kind of show you some suggestions. Again, this is just going to be some of my suggestions for exercises that I would like to do during my warm-up. So if you have any other exercises that you like to do, please feel free to incorporate them. So for all of these movements that I'm going to be showing you, try and keep it to 5 each side, so 10 total. Okay, so the first one that I like to do is just the floor sweeps, right? And then try and have that jog in between so that you're staying warm, you're warming up those muscles, right? It is called a warm-up for a reason. So the next one, again for that one, 5 each leg. The next one, just this one here, leg back to your butt, or foot to your butt, and then you can go up like that. Okay, so for this one, make sure that your knees are right beside each other. I don't want you sticking your knee out like that. I want them right beside each other. You can stick this hand up and move it straight back. Again, I don't want you lose balance when you do that. So keep it right beside each other, and then if you're flexible enough, you can move it like that. Okay, so the next one is going to be knee to your chest, right? And you can roll your ankle out just like this, so you get kind of a stretch, and you're stretching your ankle as well. So you switch legs, same thing. Again, knee right up to your chest if you can. Try and stay balanced. I don't want you can kind of play around with your knee a little bit if you want. It's tough to balance, so try and keep it all square. Okay? Alright, so the next one, I'm going to do some lunges. I'm going to do a side view so that you can see that my knee angle and everything, right? So I'm going straight down. I want this to be a right angle, knee going right over top of my toe, right? I'm not going too far forward, and I'm not just kind of stretching like that. Okay, so right over top, arm up, and like so. And also for this one, make sure that your back isn't caving, so you're not kind of just going like that and being lazy, right? Shoulders up, back, and to the side. And again, the front view, making sure that your knee is going straight over your toe. You're not twisting it out or it's caving in like that, okay? Straight over top of your toe. Okay, so the next exercise is going to be sumos, right? So legs just a little bit farther than your shoulders or about where your shoulders are. And then you drop down. Keep your heels on the ground for this one. And then you can go like this. If you want to, you can kind of rock side to side and really feel that stretch. But again, do a little jog in between and then go back into it. Okay? Making sure that you're being careful going in and out of these stretches. I don't want you to just kind of jump into one. You could hurt yourself doing that, so make sure you go down nice and slow, feel the stretch, and then come back out. Okay? And again, for that one you can do 5 to 10, making sure that you're feeling your body and making sure that you really feel like those muscles are getting stretched out properly. 5 might not be enough, so you can push that up to 10. Okay, and again, try and keep your heart rate up, keep those jogs in between. Alright, so the next ones I like to do are kind of hip stretches. So you can do this one, feet fairly wide, so like outside of your shoulders, and then you can just roll your hips around one way and then the other way, so 5 each way. And then you can progress this to actually doing a full circle with your upper body. So I'll show you. So you face, again, keeping your back straight. You go down, sweep it over, and come back up. Okay? And then I like to go the other direction, just like that, and then jog, and then do it again. Okay? Just like that. So you can do, again with that one, you can do 5 to 10, just making sure that you're getting a good stretch there. Okay, so I also like to incorporate some leg swings. So for this one, first one, I'm going to say parallel to the wall. You can have your hands there just as a balance, and you're just swinging your leg back and forth like that. For this one, I want you to kick up your heel here. I don't want you to come through and point your toe up. I want you to kick that heel up, and then that'll give a slightly different stretch. Okay? So 5 each leg, each direction for that one. And then you can face this way, one hand on the wall or kind of whatever it is that you're using, and then going straight up and straight back, just like this. So 5 each leg. For this one, you can kick your hand coming up, and make sure you're not rotating too much out like this. So you want to keep your hips square and just bring it back like that, okay? Not twisting too much. Yeah, so 5 each leg for that one. Okay, I think that's a good amount of dynamic stretching. So I'm going to move into some more agility drills and things just to get your feet moving again and kind of warming up again. Okay, so for these ones, I'm going to go through a few ladder drills and some triangles, diamonds and X's. For these ones, 10 seconds each exercise. And you can start the first 2 maybe a little bit slower, and then try and get your feet moving as fast as you can. Okay, so I'm going to start with the X's. So you start with your feet about shoulder width apart. You jump in, feet together, feet out. So you're making an X, okay? And then going fast just like that. And then the next one is going to be a diamond. So that's going to be pretty much the opposite of that. You're going to start with your feet apart and then jump in, start with your feet together and then jump apart and then feet coming back together. Okay? Okay, just like that. And again, 10 seconds. And then you can move into some kind of stationary ladder drills. I know I don't have a ladder here with me, so I'm just going to kind of pretend there's one, pretend there's a line here and some little lines there. So you do like 2 feet like that. But again, just making sure you're getting that fast feet towards the end. Okay? And then you can face this way, in and out, and then just trying to get quick. Okay? Make sure you switch directions with those as well. And again, 10 seconds. A few more you can do. 2 in, 1 out, 2 in, 1 out. And then just try and go fast like that. Okay? I know there's a lot of ladder exercises, so if there's any that you like to do, you can incorporate them into your warm-up. Again, just making sure you're getting that fast feet towards the end, or working up to getting the whole 10 seconds fast. Okay? Some other exercises that I think are good, butt kicks. So again, you can start slow and then try and get faster just like that. Okay? And then they go hand in hand with high knees. So a little jog, high knee, and then progress to fast feet just like that. Okay? Now, if you're inside and you have access to stairs, I'm just going to use this little step right here. You can go up to it. You can do some stair drills. So you can do switching just like that. You can do getting both feet up. With this one, make sure you switch. You do it twice and you switch the leading leg like that. And again, just making sure that you're getting fast feet. Okay? So those are some good drills to fit into the agility side of your warm-up. So the final part of your warm-up is going to be program specific. So in this moment, if you're doing a running program, go do some running drills. Those can be skips, forward skips, or some of the, I forget what they're called, ABCs I think they're called. And then if you're doing sprints, making sure you're doing progressive sprints, right? You're not going to go all out right away, because that is going to be, a recipe for an injury. Making sure that you're easing your body into it, and then trying to hit that fast pace so that your body is ready for the workout. I'm going to walk you through some exercises that I like to do for an imitation program, or just for a skating specific program. So the first one is just going to be regular up downs. So making sure your feet are shoulder width apart, your upper body is parallel to the ground, hands on the back, and your knees are going straight up and back. Okay, your shoulder is staying parallel, right? On the side view, you're trying to get nice and low. Your knees are going forward. Your heels aren't coming off the ground. Your toes aren't coming off the ground. Flat foot, your entire foot is solid on the ground. Okay? So do 2 or 3 sets of 10 reps of the up downs. You're really just trying to wake up those muscles. Get them firing a little bit so that it's not a shock to the system once you're starting your program. So the next one is going to be single leg. So if you haven't done a lot of single leg up downs, I suggest you keep your back foot on the ground. So that's going to look something like this. I want your knee to be going down to your ankle. So that's a good test of how far your feet should be apart. Just making sure your knee is getting right in line with that ankle there. And again, try and keep your upper body parallel with the ground and just going up and down like this. Now, I suggest you start with 5 each leg and then do the second 1 or 2 sets, 10 each leg. Again, you're just kind of progressing into it, warming up your body. For those of you who have done a lot of single leg up downs, doing just the regular single leg up downs. So again, knee to ankle, shoulders are parallel. As you bring this up, hug your knee to your chest, your toe tries to point up towards the sky, and your shoulders are staying parallel. You're not coming up like that, okay? Knee down to your ankle, bring it up. Oops, we'll do one more. Knee to ankle, and bringing it up like that, okay? Same thing, start with 5, waking up those muscles, and then do 1 or 2 sets of 10. Okay? So I'll do one more imitation that I like to incorporate into the warm-up, and that's just a regular side to side. So a good tell of whether your feet are in a good space apart is that you can go down and your foot can stay flat on the ground, right? It's not on the side like this, keeping it flat on the ground. And making sure, again, your knee is going right over that toe. Your hip is out like this, and then you transfer over like so. So your knee is going to kind of roll out a little bit. Your shoulders are staying square all the way across. You're not in the middle, just moving your shoulders side to side. You're actually getting that full weight transfer in between your legs. Okay? And then you can kick that out like that. All right. So those are some exercises that I like to do before a speed skating specific program. If there's any that you prefer, feel free to do those. Again, these are just my suggestions. So yeah, thank you for watching the video, and I hope you have a good workout. Bye.